I met a Gypsy.
To achieve part of what he's doing.
That is super cool, man, because success is never a surprise.
No.
Like if you really know a person and that is successful and you're around that person, you're just like, yeah, that makes sense. You were never going to fail being the person that you are, because like it's like success leaves like breadcrumbs behind, you know, like it's very obvious like what the person did to get there.
Yeah. And that's the problem, dude. Like, I'm not going to go on that rant, which I'm not. But you see this stuff online now, and it's such this, like, fake success thing. And, like, it gets so many people chasing that, like...
The hustle porn.
That's what you were talking earlier. Like, and that's where it's tough, I think. Like, it's not going to happen overnight. It's not going to be easy. And, like, I think that it gives this misconception. Yeah, like, where you see it online. Like, I even find myself, like, you get down these
you gotta be so careful.
You get down these rabbit holes and you're like, oh man, like, but then you're like, so like that's the one problem you see with social media. It's so like sad because it consumes like, and it takes you down a wrong rabbit hole, which is just gonna, sadly, you're gonna drop that bag way easier now. So.
Yeah, and you're just gonna wind up chasing the wrong things for a long time.
Yeah,
like you spend a lot of time, like walking towards the wrong north.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah,
and then you look up and you're like, fuck, I needed to be way over there.
You're like, I should have looked up a while ago. But that's like social media is so cool, but also there's so much just junk on there. Like you're like, and it just consumes you. You're like, dang, I walked the wrong direction.
But I think what I was saying before about the way that you look at what you do as like this crazy project, like that's what you need to do.
Yeah.
Like, and I feel the same way in the podcast. Like if I just keep trying to make it better, everything better, about the thing, not about the external metrics and the views and the like all of that. There's so many auxiliary things that are like the wrong target to aim at. And I think like you've kind of found that in your own way of like, I just really want to get good at building this project, you know?
Yeah, no, and I think that's one of the cool things. Like people always ask, like, you've been racing for so long, like, is it been? And yes, it's come with a lot of different sacrifices and stuff, and it's really different. But it's so cool because since a young age, I've been like having those projects, and it's like what I've become. Like I think even if I quit racing tomorrow, like what racing's taught me over the last
1,000,000%.
Like you can't buy that. You can't take a course. You can't go to college.
You've done a PhD.
Yeah, like it's different and it's not applicable like direct. Like it's not. But I've learned and I think that's one of the cool parts. Like racing so young is like you have these racing's like a harsh reality. Like you suck, like or like you will,
or you don't.
Yeah, like and it's like that thing where it's kind of. I think it's a fun like way to look at life without actually looking at how life is. Like I'm 24. I have so much. I don't even know. Like I'm spitting out. But like I've learned so much from that. Like I think it's given me like an education. Like I see why my parents have stuck with helping me push this forward. Like this dream, because there's actually more of a backbone to it.
Yeah, I think you're actually an extreme, like, dude, to 24 and to be able to have this conversation is honestly pretty impressive. And like, I do it for a living. And you've lived, like, I have a vision for what I would think would be the best way for a kid to grow up, like myself becoming a parent, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, I always had this vision of like, fuck school. Like you don't actually need that. Like your kid is going to get obsessed with something. And if you can provide enough learning and knowledge, and like, if you can turn that into your kid's project, yours was racing. There's math in racing. There's English in racing. There's geology.
It's a business.
There's geography. Like there's a business. There's marketing. There's people skills. There's communication. Like your parents have like let you go down the rabbit hole, and along the way you've got tech skills. You've got marketing skills. You've got like business skills. You've got racing skills. You've got fitness skills. You've got health skills. Like it's such a dope way to grow up and such a sick way to live a life for a dude that's as young as you know?
Yeah, no, I so fortunate, and it's cool to look back that my parents like were able to see that vision, because they did. I remember being a kid getting pulled out of school, and like it was weird. The teachers are so pissed, and like this and that, and there's that all that different. And my dad just kept doing it, and just kept, even I kept up with school. I did really good and stuff, but dude, I missed 250 days of high school because I still went to a traditional school because my parents kind of wanted to give me some of that experience. And yeah, like I remember like teachers just being like, dude, like good luck. Like the way you're missing so much school, this is going to ruin your life. And it's like, no, dude, I learned so much on the road. Like I remember I failed art history, but
bummer.
I didn't fail, but I didn't pass, whatever. I didn't pass the AP test, whatever. But dude, I built my first website in that class. Because I wasn't listening, but like that's what I was more focused on. I literally built a website so then people could read my press releases and I could sell my shirts. And I was like, I was like 14, 13, but like, why else would I have had that mission? At least I wasn't sitting there going like, this is so stupid. Like, yes, I screwed up in there, but like, I just remember sitting in there every day because I hated that class. And I was just like, I'm going to start building a website, because I was like, cool people have websites, you're like, you see that.
Yeah.
That's the one thing that's like different in like our racing is like we're like Supercross, you can go and grab a factory team, and there's other stuff like this.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying, but it's like a different, like we're running like these little mini businesses and like just trying to build them up, just chasing this dream. And sadly, like it's hard to really sustain that dream.
We have the latest and greatest in the moto gaming experience with Monster Energy Supercross 2025, the official video game. Milestone, the studio behind the game, have rethought and redesigned some of the game's core mechanics from the ground up using Unreal Engine 5. This fresh and redefined experience is not only the best graphics and physics that gaming has to offer, but the collaboration with Monster Energy means that this is also the most immersive career, bike, and story experience. The ship has sailed for me, ever lining up at A1, so this is about as close as I'll ever come. The physics are totally new, built from scratch, ruts change throughout the races, and the AI actually adapts to how you ride. Not only that, the new career mode is addictive too. It's fully dynamic so that every season is different, and for the first time, they've packed in the full 2025 championship, including SMX, and we even have two-strokes. Plus, it's full cross-play, so you can battle your mates no matter what platform they play. It really is amazing how good the gaming experience is right now. Monster Energy Supercross 2025 is in stores now on PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series XS.
If you enjoyed this content, please like and subscribe. And to listen to the full 3-hour podcast, search Gypsy Tales in your favorite podcast platform or click the link in the description below. Gypsy Gang.